Okay, boys and girls. So this one's a little different, right? So this one's vertical, so it's up and down. So your paper, right? Your paper is tall, not sideways, okay? Not horizontal, it's vertical. And look what we're gonna do today. We are going to do a unicorn swinging on a swing over the ocean in the sunset too. We got some rocks in there, so we got a little bit of perspective. I could even put this line back here to make it stand out a little more, right? So we could see it. We'll do all those extra details later, but let's go ahead and get ready. Okay, so get your supplies ready. Here we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna start with, let's do our tree. So I'm actually gonna start our tree and I'm gonna use some brown. You can use gray, and you know what, I'll do it, maybe you have a pencil, so I'll do it exactly like you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a tree branch come from here. Okay, it goes over, and then maybe it comes down a little, and then we're gonna make it a little thicker. And we do one branch all the way over, right? Okay, so that's one branch, but we want it to look a little bit more like when you look up in the trees, right? So we're gonna make some more branches come up. So you just do squiggly little lines. Do one and then trace it. So now you got some branches, right? So we have some variation. Okay, and then maybe we put some little ones. Okay, so we have some little branches. Okay, so now we have our branch, and we need to build our swing so we could put our unicorn on it. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up, and then we're going to wrap this so we could have our unicorn. So we're gonna make the swing. So we put two lines down attached to the branch, right? And now we're gonna put our unicorn in there. So we're gonna put a seat. So nice long rectangle. And then we need to make the body. So we're gonna go up, over, and down. And then we're gonna make the head. So we're gonna go up. Then we're gonna go like this. Make a shape for the head, kind of like a rectangle. We'll put some bangs. We'll put a little eye, another little eye. Happy face. Okay, then we're gonna put some little ears. And then we're gonna put a unicorn, so we go up and down. And we're gonna make the mane or the hair for the neck. So squiggly line, you could do your own hair however you want. Okay, this unicorn, sometimes I leave it with one line. This one I feel like should have another line. So we'll give him a little thicker neck. And then we gotta make sure he doesn't fall off the swing, so we're gonna make him hold on. And we're gonna make him holding on over here. Okay, and then he's gonna have his feet kicking out. Okay, his feet's kicking out. Then we're gonna have his tail. So his tail's there. So look, we have a unicorn on a swing. And you could stop right there, okay? So that would be totally fine. You have a unicorn swinging on a swing. But what if we add a setting and we take him on an adventure? So we're gonna put him above the water because he's hanging out from the island, but this swing is above the water and it's at sunset. It's gonna be so beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna make a big rock that comes over here and then goes back. Okay, so that's one big rock. We could add a little detail. If you have a pencil, you could still scratch it in. I'm gonna put a little bit of shadow around it. And then back here, we're gonna make a line for the horizon line where the sun comes up. So we're gonna make it go all the way behind. So we're gonna put it behind our unicorn. So we don't wanna go in front of his face. We wanna go behind his face. Okay, and then there's another rock that's right here, but it's not as big because it's in the background, okay? So make sure you don't make it really, really big like that one. And maybe there's a little shadow around this one. And then there's a little baby one way back here. I think I even wanna, I kinda wanna put another line here. So I'm gonna put another line. And then I'm gonna put a little tiny baby one back here. And put some shadow and color it in. Okay, and then maybe put a couple more rings around this. Just so it looks kind of cool. So really, really lightly put some rings. So the water's kind of moving around a little. Okay, and now that we have that, we get to put the sun in the sky. So I'm gonna make my sun is gonna be up here. Yep, it's gonna be right here, but it's gonna be a little bit behind the tree. So I have my sun there. And I kind of want my sun, I was gonna do it one way, but now that I see it, I want it to be a little bit more like my desert scene. So I'm gonna do a little bit of pink here. So I have a little bit of pink at the bottom of my sunset. And then as I come up, it's going to be orange and yellow. So I'm gonna actually use my other orange. So I'm gonna do a little bit of orange. And I don't want it to be too bright, so I'm gonna try and do it really softly. And I'm gonna space it out a little, because then I'm gonna put some yellow in it. And I'll put even a little bit of orange on my pink, because I'm gonna blend it in a little. So if you had markers or crayons, this would look real cool. I mean, if you had colored pencils or crayons, it's gonna look cool with markers too. Okay, so now, before I go up there, I wanna put some leaves on. So my leaves are gonna be blue and green leaves. So I'm gonna do little marks for leaves. On the edges of where my branches are. So you can see I'm just putting some marks there, kind of like little polka dots. And then I'm gonna come back in with my green and I'm gonna do little circles. Okay, you see, look down here where I'm at. So if I would have done it better, I probably would have drawn this tree first and then made my background around it. Because you can see it gets a little messy there. So here, now I'm making little circles for leaves. Circles here for leaves. Okay, I got my circles there. And while I'm there, it makes me feel like I want to do the brown for my tree. So I'm gonna put a little bit of brown in here for my tree. And now look, as it gets bigger, I want it to kind of look like bark, which is like the natural skin of a tree. So the small ones I want it to be solid. But as I was going, I was like, ooh, it'd be cool if I made it two-toned. So like if I put two different kinds of browns in there. Sometimes I like to use more than one, and that makes it look cool. And then I leave some white in there too, and that gives it texture. Okay, so there we go. So now we're gonna go back to the sky, and I want the last part of the sky to be yellow. So now that I put my leaves in there, I know that I'm not gonna have to color over them. So I'm gonna go around them, just like my tree. Ooh, and then of course you can see the light changing out here, because if you didn't know, my vision and my mission is to travel around and meet new people, learn new things to draw, learn new lessons about life. and help communities learn how to do it. So I get to train them on what I do, and they get to show me things they really love. So in order to do that, I had to start traveling. So I'm actually at the 4Arts Center. I'm at an artist place, and it's out in the open. I'm underneath the pagoda, which is like this really cool thing where there's plants over my head. Okay, so now I'm coloring that in, and I see like maybe I want a little bit more of the orange in the sky. So look, I'm doing it really, really skinny up here. So that way it looks like it blends in, right? So I kind of color over where the two of them meet and where they meet, and now you can kind of see how it blends. So I need to add a little bit more pink. Ooh, and this pink's a little bit darker. I did that on accident, but I like it. Okay, so now here's the thing. As we go down, the water is going to copy the sky. So we're going to do a little bit of pink. And then we're going to do a little bit of orange. And you can see how I'm doing it a little bit more open, so I'm not coloring too dark. And then more yellow, but actually I'm going to finish the bottom with blue, because the water is actually blue. So I want it to turn into the watercolor as it gets farther away from the sun. So the sun's in the background. So this is the background, this is the middle, still kind of the middle, and then we're up front with the unicorn. Okay, so once I got all the way to there, I wonder what color this blue is. That's purple, so I don't think I want that purple. So this blue here for the water, right? And I kind of mix it in. And behind the rocks, they're in the shadow, so I added a little bit of blue there because you can't see the sunset reflecting. Okay, and then my unicorn, I think I want my unicorn to be a tan color. It's going to be a tan unicorn, so he's going to be this color. Like a peach or a tan. And then maybe he'll have some cappuccino brown spots. So one of my mom's horses is a cappuccino. That beautiful horse is no longer with us, but I like to add her into my drawings because I want to remember her. We get to remember the things we love by expressing it, right? So we can express it. There's lots of ways we can remember the things we love. But for me, I'm going to be drawing a unicorn that looks kind of like my cappuccino, which cappuccinos have little spots. And even a couple little spots on the neck. Okay, that there. And then we'll make a blue unicorn. Whoa, that's really bright. I thought I had my lighter one. I don't know, I must have switched the caps. I did switch the caps. So I didn't want it that bright. Because now that really stands out. Okay. So now, do a little bit of brown for here. And trace these tails. Okay, then I'm going to add the feeder brown. Oh, I think we just about did it. I think I'm gonna put a little red around this so it stands out just a little bit more. And a little bit of red over it. Okay, beautiful. So now I'm gonna sign my name because I'm the artist, right? You should sign your name. Joshua Finch. Joshua Finch 2020, because we're working on our vision. Oh yeah, making it happen before the end of the year. I'm taking action on what my New Year's resolution is, which is to come and see everybody and travel around. So I'm traveling. So I thank you so much for joining us or for joining me. I'm so happy you got to draw with me. I love seeing your artwork. So if you send it to me or show me, I would love to share it. And you're an awesome artist, and I love to hear comments. So what was your favorite part? What was the hardest part? How can I help you? You know what? I didn't even say that much. How can I help you? If you say something in the comments that you need help with something, I will do it. You let me know. I'll do my best. How about that? And then thank you for drawing with me. I'm so grateful for you. I love you, and have a good day, and I'll see you next time.